the kind of activities that her friends that are not in a relationship are okay with partaking in it, or is different than the friends who are in a relationship are okay to partake with. At least theoretically, right?
Welcome back to the Red Crew. It's your boy Chesco. I'm here with Luis.
So what's up?
We are here on an impromptu day. And
things we do for you. Not only are we here on an impromptu day, but we're trying to step up our audio. I don't know if you've noticed it. You probably haven't because we do such a good job of editing everything. But our audio hasn't been so great. So we got little lavalier mics. We see don't have the little handheld mics anymore. So we're trying to step it up for you guys.
Money coming in. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe. So, our girls don't leave us.
Tell them about the giveaway.
Oh, 500. Well, how much is it? $500?
$500.
$500 giveaway. When 200 people contact us, let us know proof that they are subscribed to our YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Wait until you do that. When we have 200 people proven, then we're gonna give away $500. I'm gonna start pushing those videos on TikTok and Instagram like this week. So so
we have around 300 of you that are already subscribed. So you guys should just be good to comment here, comment on TikTok, comment on Instagram, let us know where you're coming from, and you're entered to win.
Yep. And so what you been up to?
Well, since the last time I saw you a couple of days ago, just work. Today, my girlfriend tried to make it clean, so that's why when you called
put your foot down?
You called, so I kind of helped. No, I don't mind cleaning. I cleaned the kitchen, but I just want everyone's. If you ever see me clean, I'm mad. I don't know why, but I clean out of spite.
So you're like Monica from Friends.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I remember when I was younger, my parents would get mad at me because I wouldn't clean, and I'd be like, "Oh, you want me to clean? I'm gonna clean all right." I would mop, I would sweep, I would dust like the corners of the room. I remember I was like, I'm gonna go above and beyond, so you can't say anything. I'll go to the bathroom, I would clean the baseboards and everything. I'd get a toothbrush, I would clean between the ground, everything.
And in your mind, you were teaching them a lesson.
Yeah, and they never recognized it. Oh, good job. I'm gonna get them next time. I just wasn't mad today, so I wasn't in the mood to clean.
I don't know, man. Men that try to do things around the house, y'all are in trouble. Like the handyman, like the one that. They're in trouble because I found the cheat code.
What's the cheat code?
Okay, while you guys are out there sweating and working hard and
building things,
and cutting your fingers off and electrocuting yourself, all I have to do.
If you're good at it, then you're not doing it.
All I have to do.
What is that?
Is unplug the TV before my girl starts watching it without she noticing it. Then she's like, she'll never figure it out. She'll be like, "Oh my God, the TV's broken," and I just show up. I'm like, "Damn, it is." And
let me see what I can do.
Let me see what I can do. Bring me a toolkit.
You don't need toolkit for your TV.
Bring me a toolkit. And she's like, okay, here's the toolkit. Tap here, tap there, put the screwdriver here, turn the drill on a little bit. You're like, hey, this is going to be a tough job. Can you bring me a glass of water? When she's doing that, plug the TV in, tap a few more things, turn the TV on. I fixed it. And now she owes you a favor, if you know what I mean.
And she forgot all about cleaning.
And now she owes you a favor, you know what I mean? So it's like, and that's the cheat code. Trust me.
Have you ever done it?
Of course I have, by accident.
What do you mean by accident?
It's plenty of times that she's like, the remote's not working. We got to buy a new remote.
Not new batteries. That whole new remote.
All right. Let's change the battery first before we go doing all this. She's like, oh, that worked. Plenty of times, like the cleaning lady goes in the back and sometimes she unplugs stuff. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. She's like, Chesco, the TV's broken. We need a new TV. All right, you sure?
How rich are you that you just start to talk about new stuff right away?
She's spoiled, man.
I can see.
She's spoiled. And that's why I'm telling you, I deserve to say the things I say sometimes. Yeah. Like, I earned that right. Okay. Like, you haven't.
To each their own, right?
Yeah, you haven't because she pays for everything.
Have you ever built anything?
I've built a successful life.
That's a good answer.
If that counts.
Have you ever built anything physical with your hands? Woodworking, metalworking?
Shit. No.
Okay.
Never. And my goal in life is to never do it.
No?
Like, I got to be successful enough to.
I remember I used to talk to E.T. When
he can't do it
when we were
either.
younger. And
he just tries it.
He says, I don't understand why people mow their lawns. Just get somebody to mow it for you. You have the money. Have somebody do it for you. And the other day I thought, I was like, what are you doing? I'm on the line.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but ET and I bought a basketball goal not like a long time ago.
I do. Do you remember how I know that?
No.
I was the one that built the fucking basketball court.
Swear.
Yes. You remember that?
No, what I remember is that we bought it like on a Sunday.
Yeah.
I remember, I swear, this is the story. So, I swear there was no planning behind it. It was 3 of us, and I think one of us called and was like, hey, I want to play basketball. Like,
this was like 10 years ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
They're like, I want to play basketball. And he's like, let's go. We're like, okay, let's go buy a basketball. We went to a Walmart, and one of our friends had a truck. We bought the basketball goal, and it was like Sunday, let's say at 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, yeah, let's go buy it, build it, and let's start playing. So I promise you, we started that Sunday. We quit by next Saturday. and he was like, yo, I found somebody that could build it because we're not going to do it. And I think we took you out to eat, right?
Yeah.
And that was it, yeah.
I remember he came into work there on a Monday. And I'm like, hey, what's up, man? How would you do this weekend? Well, try playing basketball. What do you mean try? You either do or you don't. There's no try, right? Yeah, we tried playing basketball, but we couldn't get the actual hoop to work. What do you mean you couldn't get it to work? I was like, yeah, we couldn't put it together. Like, well, did you read the instructions? There's instructions? So, usually there's instructions. And he's like, well, if you want to, you can come and help me. I'm like, sure, like I got nothing else to do, right? So I went over there, and there's literally like right pieces and left pieces. And I don't know how, but everything was upside down the other way around. So I had to undo everything you guys did, find out which pieces were to each thing, build the whole thing while you guys were inside playing, I think, FIFA.
No, we were there. We weren't doing much, but we were there.
Yeah. Y'all just talking and playing
we were
basketball.
talking. Yeah, like, what else could we do?
And then we went to, was it Pizza Hut?
I don't remember. We went to go eat. Yeah, we went to go play. Like, I mean, we went to go eat.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's kind of the life that ET and I have had.
Yeah.
I swear, we do this.
I was the guy he hired.
We do this all the time. One time, it was like 10 o'clock, and we're like, let's go fishing. Meanwhile, we're like 10 minutes away from downtown Houston. There's nowhere to fish.
You can go to Galveston.
Like, we got to go to Galveston.
Okay.
It was freezing cold. It was raining.
Oh, Lord.
And we're like, we got to go fish. Now, we don't have fishing pole. We don't have bait. We don't have anything. We're like, when we get to Galveston, we're going to go to Walmart. We bought the fishing poles. Then, by the time we bought the fishing poles, we're like, hey, you wanna fish? I'm like, me? Not really. Let's go.
That sounds so much like y'all, too.
Like, not really. Let's go to Whataburger. So we went to Whataburger and Galveston and drove back.
It's like the time I went to Galveston, and I literally went there to go stay overnight in my car, and then came right back.
That's when you told us, right?
Yeah.
That was stupid.
So I went to Galveston. It was like middle of the summer. No, well, it felt like middle of the summer. Went to Galveston, middle of the summer. It was hot as hell. I was like, I got a cooler. I think we got it somewhere around here because I had nothing else to do with it back after that. I got the cooler, put stuff in there. I got a bunch of drinks. I got a bunch of food and just a snack food and like sandwich and meat because I didn't have a grill, right? So I went down to Galveston. You got to go all the way down to like the far side of the beach so you can actually park on the beach. I was there, and the one thing I always do whenever I go to the beach, no matter how hot, how cold, who is there, is I'm going to dig a hole. And I'm not just going to dig a hole, I'm going to dig a big ass hole. So I dug that hole. I showed you. I could fit in there, walk in there. I had a little pool in there. So everybody would come by. They would look, what are you doing? Nothing, just digging a hole. Some other people would come by. What are you doing? Nothing, just digging a hole. This cup came by. I'm like, fuck, he's going to ask me to go ahead and put everything back together. He's like, what are you doing? Like, just digging a hole. That's deep. Yeah, that's deep. So I'm inside the hole, so I'm looking up. So yeah, see, he's like, well, keep at it. And I'm like, okay. And he went on his way. I remember there was a whole family of Jamaican people like right in front of me. And their kids would come and look at the hole and they would go back and report back to the family. Well, eventually, right before they left, they had a bunch of food left. Like, hey, you want some what's that? Chicken? What is that?
Jerk
chicken? I said, yeah, I'll have some. Hey, it's spicy. I said, I like spicy. It's really spicy.
Yeah,
even better.
And it's good too.
So they gave me a whole bunch of chicken, a whole bunch of rice, some Cokes, and that's what I had for dinner that night. I remember the ice cream truck came, and I never felt happier to hear the ice cream sound That's kept trucks on until that day.
Why?
Because it was so hot. It was so hot, and I was in my little. I forgot what it was called. What it was
CRV,
like.
right?
Yeah, Honda CRV, HRV, whatever. One of those, right?
Yeah.
And
my plan, AC in it.
Yeah, but I couldn't have the AC on the whole time. Anyways, my plan was to put a blow-up mattress inside the van or the truck, whatever you want to call it, and sleep in there, right? So I did that. I had like a little blow-up mattress, but a little blow-up mattress in a small car doesn't really work. So I remember it was probably like 10 o'clock at night. I blew up that thing, and I laid on it, and I was like this. Like I'm gonna open up
at 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
it was not 10 o'clock because you left after hanging out with us. You left pretty late.
No.
Or was this another day?
That must have been the next day when I was there. Because my plan was to be there the whole weekend.
Okay.
So I did leave after the podcast, but we left the podcast late, like at 2 or 3 in the morning.
We did the podcast, then we went out to eat or something. And you were letting
So when
us
I
know.
got there, I parked in a parking lot at some hotel, and then the morning I went to the beach.
Oh, you slept in the car?
That first night.
What, in that heat?
Because now you can't really feel it, right?
Oh, you can.
Well, I wasn't. I was
already not in Galveston.
I was still in the enthusiasm of doing something new, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm bare through it, right? After the first day.
Did you sleep where did you sleep the first night?
The first night, just in my car, just put it all the way back, right?
Oh.
So I got in my car like at 10 o'clock that night, and I tried to sleep.
I do want to say
I couldn't sleep, and I couldn't sleep. It got hot.
In Luis's defense, I do want to say he was going through some stuff.
Yeah. I'm not just guy. I'm not just the guy.
He was going through some stuff at the time. He doesn't normally do that.
I would do it again if I was better prepared.
He didn't even invite us.
No. This was supposed to be my solo journey into discovering myself. I discovered something about myself. I don't want to sleep in how to do
idiot.
Damn. That's the first time I ever posted a TikTok.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went down. I got there. It was like, when I got there, it was like 3 o'clock. So I had to wait until 6, for the sun to come up. And at 6, 7, there's nobody there. There's nobody in Galveston. So I drove down the wall, and I just recorded going down the wall. That view got that TikTok got 3,000 views. That was the first TikTok I ever put. I'm gonna be famous. Didn't really work out, did it? I'm over here trying to get 1 view over here on this video.
Would you get mad?
Probably.
If your girl asks you if your friends are single?
No, because I would understand the reason for the question. I would want to know if her friends are single. Because it's one thing for her to go out with her friends that are in a relationship versus her friends that are not in a relationship. I think that the kind of activities that her friends that are not in a relationship are okay with partaking in is different than the friends who are in a relationship are okay to partake with. At least theoretically, right?
I don't know why I'm confused. I do get what you mean, but I don't know why I'm confused.
I mean, I didn't think I used that many words or in that many.
Yeah, you used a lot of them, and we already said that's a weakness for you.
That I use so many words, but that I use so many words repeatedly.
Yeah, both.
I have a lot of weaknesses.
I get what you mean, but you can't prevent it, can you?
No. But
so,
I mean,
you want to stick the knife in?
Your question originally was, would I be mad? I wouldn't be mad.
No, but to me, I was more thinking would you think that she's interested in it?
No,
because none of your business, mind your business.
No.
And let's be honest, if he's single today, it don't mean he won't be single tomorrow.
If he's what?
If he's single today, doesn't mean he won't be single tomorrow.
No, absolutely.
So the question is really irrelevant, unless you can ask me every day if he's single.
and if you're asking me every day, hey, are you single?
Yeah, exactly.
So, maybe I'll be like, hey, what do you want to know?
You can apply the same logic.
No.
Why not?
Because I think if you ask me once, you're just curious if they're single. Maybe you have ulterior motives for this, but I'm going to think that the ulterior motive is to find out maybe what kind of person or where they are in their life. Not necessarily what kind of person they are, but where they are in their life. Are they looking to go out and meet girls? Or are they looking to be...
But again, does it matter? Let's say, I get it. It matters, to you, but it's not going to change the outcome, is it?
So... let's go ahead and start differentiating. Are we still talking about the original question, or are we gone past the original question?
The original question, right?
Would I be mad if she asked me if my friend was single, right?
Because I get where you're coming from. The truth of the matter is that we're going back to like the body count question.
Okay.
The reason I don't ask it because it doesn't matter what it is. I'm not gonna like the number. It could be 1.
Mhm.
It could be 50.
Okay.
The reason I don't ask is because I don't want it to be 50.
Of course.
Right?
And if it is, I don't want to find out.
Exactly. There you go. Because you're acting like you say if you say 1, it's not like I'm gonna be happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only acceptable answer here is 0.
Not even.
No, it is.
Because if you're 30 something, I'm like, why is it a 0? There's a problem here. Like,
you're definitely lying.
Yeah. There's definitely a problem. You're either lying or there's no acceptable answer.
Right.
So that's my question. It goes back to the same thing. Like, there's no acceptable reason, I think, where I wouldn't be perturbed. Let's put it that way.
Perturbed. Define perturbed.
A worry, like a whole bunch of skepticism, where I'm like, where is this question coming from? Is it because?
Well, then you ask. And like, we've talked about this, right?
No, she asked.
I know, but then you ask, why do you want to know?
I'm not gonna believe the answer. Again, there's no.
That has to do with specific. That's subjective to you. The skepticism that you have in the relationship.
No,
or
most men are not gonna believe the answer. Again,
I would.
Okay, because we've said it. You live in this make believe land. Like
I love it.
You live in Candyland. That's fine. What I'm saying is, 99% of men are not gonna 100% believe the answer, because I've never asked my girl if her homegirls are single.
No, but I bet you know
because
which
she'll
ones
get
are,
pissed.
which ones aren't. Do you know which ones are, which ones aren't?
I guess I know right there, but like I said, it could change tomorrow.
I agree.
So I don't know.
I go back to my original answer. Would I get upset if she asked me if my friends were single, or if a specific friend was single? No, I would not get upset. Why? There's multiple reasons. 1, I don't bring my girl around my friends very often. 2, if she's asking me,
well, not around us, but those people that you're always around, the one y'all go on vacations with.
Yeah, but those we usually only go on couples trips.
That's what I mean.
So I don't need to know if they're single or not, because I already know if they're not. And now if she asked me if he was single, then you know him. Why are you asking
but
that?
Not him. But like, also, you never bring the couple around? It's always her?
We hang out. I mean, it's weird to say more with her friends because I met him through them, but I would say that them are friends too, right? But we don't have any single friends. She has one single friend, but it's a girl. So I mean, and I know her too. So for me, I ask, is she single? Like, you know her too. So why you ask?
How did you meet her?
I met my girl through work. So a lot of the people are people that I met through work or through her.
Okay. No, for me, I wouldn't like it.
Why not?
Because you don't need to know.
Why does it matter?
That's why.
What?
That's why you don't need to know, because it don't matter.
Curiosity. No, not necessarily curiosity.
That killed the cat, don't you know? Like,
that's what they say,
see?
right?
You want to die? Like,
so, hey, cat had 9 lives.
Exactly. I'm saying, chill. Like,
so, would it be?
And I know she'll be bothered if I ask.
No, but I would be. I guess there we go again. Like, it's about different types of relationships or different types of conversations you have with your partner. I'm okay with her asking, as I'm sure she's okay with me asking. There's a lot of people that she tells me that she hangs around with at work. I'm like, oh, tell me about them. Maybe I don't necessarily ask specifically. Does she have a boyfriend? Does she have a husband? Are they married? I'm not gonna ask those things, but like, oh, tell me about her. Does she have a family? Maybe not necessarily the exact same question, but she's like, okay, yeah, she has kids, this and that. And if she never says anything about her husband or boyfriend, I'm like, okay, maybe she does.
Okay, no,
right?
but that's like a hypothetical person that you've never seen before. I guess I'll be fine with that. Like, if I'm telling you a story about a random person that may not even exist,
okay,
then I guess I'm fine with that. What I mean is, if somebody you met, somebody you've seen, somebody you said hi to, interacted with, that would bother me.
Give me an example, because like me.
Exactly. If Luis comes around, if let's say you come to watch a game, right, and she's there, and let's say she brings us a soda or something like that, and then when she leaves, she's like, is he single? Like, it's none of your fucking business. What you mean? Why does it matter if he's single? Exactly. I wouldn't like that.
I feel like that's a very possessive way of thinking.
I don't know what possessive means, but
possessive
if it means right, yeah.
Not positive,
yeah.
possessive.
Oh.
I think possessive.
No, because there's no need. There is no need.
Possessive.
Because then if we open the Pandora's box of curiosity, there's a lot of other questions I can ask.
No, absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, so it's like curiosity is not enough of a reason.
I am a firm believer that anything that you say or you ask, you should have
Can and will be used against you in the court of law. I know that for a
and
fact.
I am the judge in that court.
Yeah, and I'm the judge in that courtroom. So
I think it usually has some sort of underlying meaning, right? If I ask you a question, most of the time it's going to have an underlying meaning. Hi, what's up, right? Okay, I want to know about your life, right? What's going on with you?
that's not true, Luis. If I say hi, what's up? Like for example,
No, there's differences between pleasantries and questions, right? That's what I would say that, like, whenever I can see your hair, what's going on, man? That's a pleasantry, right?
yeah, and there's only one acceptable answer to that. If I say,
Good,
hey, how
fine.
you been? Good, fine.
Yeah.
If you start telling me
About your life, about
I'm like, shut up, I didn't care. Like, see, now you just lost a friend for life.
I heard about this guy who apparently was from Australia, and he was very literal in whatever people asked him. Hey, well, how are you doing? And he literally, like, if he was having a good day, man, I'm having an amazing day. This happened, this happened, and then this happened. If I was having a bad day, he's like, man, this happened to me yesterday, and my family, and then this, and then he would go into a whole situation. I'm just saying hi, man. Until finally somebody told him, hey, here in the United States, when people ask you, how are you? What's up? It's more like a pleasantry. It's another way of saying hello. They don't really care what's going on
It's
in
the
your life.
easiest way to not ignore you.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's all it is. It's the easiest
But
way to not ignore
if
you.
your girlfriend asks you a question, do you like this? Do you like that? It's yes, and there's usually a reason why. Okay, I want to know because of this. So if she's asking you, is your friend single? It's probably she wants to know because of X reason. Because
Exactly.
she wants to judge him and find out if he's
Or
the type
bang
of
him.
person. Or that could be another thing.
Exactly.
But it could be so many things. It could be so many things that for you to jump to conclusion immediately to say
But
that's the
again,
reason why.
so many things that none of your are your business. Like I think that we have to again establish boundaries. That's the difference between your relationship and my
Let me
relationship.
ask you a question. When you see another guy, can you tell if there's another person that is a guy that is attractive or not attractive?
A guy?
A guy.
I'm gonna be honest with you, no.
No?
I
Yeah.
really don't have that ability. I'll tell you this, like Piqué, you know
Okay.
Gerard Piqué?
Yeah.
Girls love him. I don't freaking see
but
it.
there's certain guys that you're like, okay, I can see what girls would think you're attractive. Maybe you, not maybe you're not attracted to them, right? But you can see what people would think they're attractive. They have symmetry in their face. They're built. They're healthy. Like the guy we had on the podcast. I forgot what his name was. The one.
For example, no hating on the guy. And this is what I'm saying. I didn't look at him and be like, there's a lot of girls that don't like that, which is crazy.
Every attraction is subjective to the person, right?
Yeah, it's on the eye of the beholder.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm saying is, no, I didn't look at him like, oh, he must have bitches. Like, no, of course, can he get a lot of girls? I know, but dude, I understand that there's a girl for every guy out there. There's guys in prison who get girls.
Yeah, we've seen it.
So it's like, that's what I'm saying. I understand, but then I'm like, oh, he's attractive. Mm-hmm. And like, for example, we mess around. Apparently, I'm wrong about Luke Rockhold. I don't see how.
About him being attractive?
Yeah, they say he's not attractive.
No, I think he's an attractive guy.
I think he's an attractive guy, but ET says he's ugly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But what I think is a lot easier to see, like, if a guy has, swagger or not. If a guy dresses a certain way.
And that's what I was going with next, right? So maybe she has single friends, right? And she likes his personality, or she thought he was cute, right? Maybe those are different things. She's not attracted to him, but she thinks he is a good-looking person, right? Or he has a nice personality, or maybe he doesn't have the personality that she would like, but he has a personality that her friend would like. So is he single? Had nothing to do with her, but had everything to do with her friend. So it could be a situation like, hey, maybe I'll get them connected. Maybe they would like each other. Has nothing to do with you or your relationship. I understand that.
I am a firm believer that your relationship is kind of like your computer.
Okay. In what way?
You have to set it up, right? You have to set it up. I want this here. I want the Siri thing here. I want to make sure I log in with my finger. Mm-hmm. I want everything where I want it.
Yeah.
I need you to understand that if you ask me, my friend's single, even if you have the
It's
best
like a virus popping
intentions,
up on the computer, right?
if you have the best of intentions, it's not gonna be it's not worth the trouble that you're walking yourself into.
Okay.
Okay? He's like, oh, I have a friend that he may be good for. You ain't Love Connection. Okay? You ain't the best judge of character. You're with me. Okay? So it's like, let's be honest. Okay? Let's be honest. I don't know who made you the authority to think that you can just start hooking people all up.
Mm-hmm.
So no, you asking that question is not worth the trouble you're gonna have for the next 30 minutes to an hour.
So think very hard before you talk
Think
to
very
me.
hard when you do something stupid. That's how you gotta set up your computer. You know what I mean?
That's how you got to set up your
No,
computer.
everybody has to set up it how they want to.
How they want to, correct.
Okay, so if you want to set it up in a way where you could just allow your girl to do whatever the hell she wants.
No, see that's two different spectrums. Ask you one question and do whatever you want.
That's how it starts, buddy.
No, it's not.
That's how it starts, buddy.
No, it's not.
You ever had a? Where do you think tomatoes come from?
Tomatoes come from a vine.
Okay,
from plants.
From a plant. How did that plant start?
With a seed.
How did that seed grow?
With water.
And that exactly. That question is the seed, buddy. I'm telling you, it's not the tomato yet, but it will be.
So but just how you can cut the tomato off before it grows up to be a full blown plant and start actually giving tomatoes, you can do the same thing too.
That's what I'm saying. If you ask me that question and you come with that seed, just know I'm answering with assault.
With assault?
Yeah. Just know that I'm answering with peptides. I'm answering with anything to kill that seed. You just have to understand that. I don't know how difficult that is, man. Okay. And talking about planting, what color lemons are in pink lemonade?
What?
What color are the lemons in pink lemonade?
The lemons are supposed to be yellow.
And why is the lemonade pink?
Food coloring? I'm assuming food coloring. Is pink lemonade strawberry lemonade? No, it's a regular lemonade, right?
No, pink lemonade is pink lemonade. Strawberry lemonade is lemonade. Strawberry lemonade.
I would have to see what the origins of pink lemonade is. I would think that there would be like a splash of strawberries and then that would make it pink.
So they're still yellow though.
Yeah, I mean the fruit doesn't change color.
Well, you don't know that.
You think there's pink lemons?
I'm just saying. I'm trying to put two together. Like if lemonade doesn't taste any different than pink lemonade, it tastes the same.
Usually, pink lemonade is artificial. Being that it's artificial, it would have to change it.
Do they sell pink lemonade at Whole Foods?
I don't think so. Not that I know.
Do you go to Whole Foods?
I've been to Whole Foods.
Well, so have I, but trust me, I know nothing that's in there.
You know they don't sell Coke at Whole Foods?
They don't?
They don't sell Cokes. No, or Sprites or anything like that. Everything's artisanal.
Everything's what?
Artisanal, like artisanal beers, artisanal sodas, everything.
I have a high vocabulary. No idea what artisanal means.
Artisanal means like self-made, kind of more mom and pop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sucks. Yeah. Anyways, let's wrap up. So, the GOAT of the WWE is coming back.
Chris Jericho.
WWE.
Wow. Chris Jericho's coming back to WWE?
You know it's crazy? Chris Jericho is still not retired.
He's not, and that's why he's the GOAT.
No, you know why he's not the GOAT? Because he's still not retired and nobody cares.
No. Like, Chris Jericho, I've said this in the
past. Mom and pop. He's in the mom and pop. Like,
he's definitely not mom and pop is indies.
That's what he's in now, right?
No, he's not in indies.
What is he in?
He's in the number 3. Number 3 wrestling world. Number 3 professional wrestling company in the world. It's probably WWE.
Probably.
Okay, it's WWE number 1. Absolutely hands down. WWE. Then it's either AEW or New Japan. I don't know which one comes first, and I know TNA is at the bottom.
Neither one of them matter. And if you're not number 1, you are
last.
Thank you. So he is in. Come on, my kids know this. He is in
the GOAT status.
Last place.
Okay.
Now, The Rock is coming back to the WWE, and I was a little sad. I saw it on Twitter. I'm gonna be honest. I don't watch wrestling anymore.
Okay.
But when I saw The Rock come back to WWE, I got goosebumps. I was like, I'm 12 again.
And that's how you know marketing works.
Why?
Because the only reason he's back in WWE is so he can get all the OG wrestling fans back into watching, and it worked.
I don't know if it worked.
And not only did it work, it gave you goose pimples.
I don't know if it worked. Because literally, if I wanted to watch wrestling today, or when does it come on?
It depends on the day, but it's usually Thursdays, Mondays, or Fridays. I think Wednesdays now, if you're watching AEW.
Literally, I have no idea where to go watch it. So, if it's not on Twitter,
or YouTube,
or YouTube, I guess, I can't watch it. Yeah. Or the pay-per-view. I never thought we would get to a point where it's easier to watch the pay-per-view
than to watch the weekly periodic showing.
The free one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I literally don't know what channel it comes on. But I do know that The Rock is back, and he's fighting Roman Reigns. And I don't know why, but I think that's badass. Even though it feels like there's 137 years in that ring.
It probably is. The Rock has to be in his 50s.
50-something. Yeah.
I would think he's probably in his 50s.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
Roman Reigns is probably in his late 30s, if not early 40s. So at least 80 years.
So much gray hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're bald and you can see your gray hair, you know that you've reached the expiration date.
Look, talking about specifically that fight, I think that fight is more for the fanatics of, or not the fanatics, the passive viewers, because there's so many better fights to be made right now. Cody Rhodes just won the Royal Rumble for the second time in a row. Hasn't been done. I think it's only been done 4 different times. Stone Cold Steve Austin was one of them. He just won, and he can challenge anybody. And you would think it would be Roman Reigns, but because there's a storyline between Roman Reigns and The Rock, they're trying to allude that the fight that's going to be made is going to be between Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Which, to be honest, that's a better fight than to see than to see Roman Reigns and The Rock. Because The Rock, that's probably going to be like a 20-minute match, and it's going to have their oohs and ahs. But we all know that the person who's going to win is going to be Roman Reigns. Because there's no way that The Rock is going to win the championship and then leave again. That's not going to happen. So we know Roman Reigns is going to win. He's going to retain his championship. He's going to be the longest running, or one of the longest running, I think he's number 3 or number 4 right now, running champions in the world. He's going to keep being that. And then you have so many different talent that can still come up. There's so many better fights to be made. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins is one. Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. CM Punk is back in the WWE, which we never thought that was going to happen. So there's so many better fights that can happen. I think CM Punk is injured, but that might be a kayfabe injury. A lot of things can happen.
The Rock is the best, man. That's him. I don't know what he just said.
For all those true WWE fanatics or just wrestling fanatics, you will probably agree with what I'm saying.
The Rock
and
is
the Rock,
best, man.
The Rock is definitely up there. And we've talked about
Let me ask you a question.
What's the mountain with the people?
I'll let you go on your soliloquy.
What's the mountain with the people?
Mount Rushmore.
The Mount Rushmore. The Rock is definitely on Mount Rushmore. Hulk Hogan's probably on there too.
I'll let you go on your filibuster.
Probably. He's definitely on there.
My turn. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Who do you think is the best if it's not The Rock?
The best? Okay. This is objective, so let's try to define what best means.
You need one.
Look,
you can. I'm not gonna argue whoever it is. You want Chris Jericho? Put him in there.
Okay, so if we're talking about longevity, if we're talking about mic skills, if we're talking about abilities in the ring, if we're talking about ability to reinvent themselves, time and time again to stay relevant, Chris Jericho.
So the best wrestler is Chris Jericho?
Yes.
Okay, now let me ask you this.
Okay.
When did Chris Jericho take a group of inmates, turn the football team, and had them win the championship? No, let me ask you this. It's
not a championship. They were fighting against the guards.
That's the wrong movie. That's The Longest Yard.
Okay.
That's Gridiron Gang is the one I'm talking about. Okay. When did Chris Jericho, with his ex-wife, looking for his kids, save the San Andreas Bay?
Okay.
When did Chris Jericho became the buffest tooth fairy ever?
Okay.
When did Chris Jericho was able to find Dominic Toretto, then join him to take down bad guys. When has Chris Jericho ever been able to do any of that? It's no doubt the best is The Rock.
Tell me which of those things have to do with wrestling?
All of them.
None of them.
Because The Rock did
them.
it so much
None
that
of
John
them
Cena,
have to do
who
with
can't
wrestling.
act at all, who's the suckiest actor ever.
Peacemaker.
I don't know what he does, but even so, The Rock was so good that he got John Cena on the Fast. Yeah. Yes, on the Fast franchise, and he is terrible.
Oh, he's horrible.
Yes. So
I wouldn't say he's horrible. He's just not to the same caliber that they are.
Or like he's not at the same caliber as the extras are. Like he is.
They do a better job of being.
John Cena is the worst actor I've ever seen in my life, man. And like I don't know why he looks bigger than me every time. Like he's not proportional to anything.
I'll tell you about the time that I met John Cena.
Yeah, he told you nothing.
I remember it was at the Buffalo Airport in New York. I was going from New York to Canada, and I just see a bunch of like WWE superstars, because at the time they're called superstars, you couldn't call them wrestlers. WWE superstars getting off the plane. I saw Heath Slater. I saw other people from.
Look, we want people to watch this. Stop naming people that nobody knows.
Okay, I saw Randy Orton, and then I almost went up to Randy Orton, but he was a bad guy. So I'm like, if I go up to him, I was probably like 17. If I go up to him, he's not gonna want anything to do with me, right?
Why are you mentioning all these people? Let me ask you another
question.
question.
You know who Randy Orton is?
When did
you have to know who Randy Orton is?
Yes, I know.
Okay.
When did Randy Orton go into the wild and remade Jumanji perfect?
We're talking about John Cena.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I see John Cena coming off the plane, big, tall, buff ass dude. I'm like, I go up to him, Dad, I have to go up to him. He's like, go up to him. Like, I have to go up to him. Go up to him. Said, Dad, I have to go up to him. He's like, go, what are you doing? So I'll go up to him and I say, hey, John. And he says, hi. Doesn't look at me once. He says, hey. I said, hey, and I shook his hand. Guy has the biggest hands. Like I was 17, so they couldn't have been larger or smaller than this, right? But I shook his hand. I swear, I think his whole hand like engulfed mine. And I didn't know what to say after that. All I knew was that I was gonna say hi to him. I didn't have a plan for after I said hi, right? So he's like, hi. How did you get into wrestling? He's walking. Hasn't looked at me once. A little bit of look, and he kept walking. I'm like, okay, nice to meet you. And that's all he did. He never looked at me once. He shook my hand. He didn't acknowledge me in any other way. And after that point, I've hated John Cena ever since.
And let me tell you this.
What?
If you would have gone and shake The Rock hand, you'd be a wrestler right now.
Probably.
You're probably not wrong.
You're probably not wrong. But The Rock took a hiatus for 10 plus years and didn't come back until after everything happened.
See, that's why you're ungrateful. If
Why?
you would have gone up to The Rock,
I would have probably done the same thing for Chris Jericho.
Yeah, and you still probably
would have invited me to
your
the
ass
concert.
probably would have been sitting right here. If you would have gone up to The Rock
or Chris Jericho,
you would right now be working on Fast Furious 17. Tell me how you decided to go up to the wrong guy instead of going up to The Rock. The Rock is the best, man. And with that being said, thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe.
Don't forget about the $500 giveaway.
$500 giveaway. You could DM us in Instagram or TikTok. Let us know that you're subscribed on all three, and we will enter you in the $500 giveaway. All right. See you next time.
Peace.